Raji's crazy lies. Raji glared at the plate in front of him. Peas. Disgusting, slimy peas. Mikey sat across the table, shoveling food into his mouth without a care in the world. What's wrong with you? He asked, mouth full of mashed potatoes. Raji pointed accusingly. These peas smell weird. They smell fine. They smell like failure. Mikey rolled his eyes. Just eat them. Raji was not about to eat something so vile, so instead he did what he did best. Lie. Oh, Raji gasped dramatically. I can't eat these. I have a rare allergy to green vegetables. Doctors say if I eat even one pea, I'll break out in hives and maybe explode. Mikey blinked. Explode? Absolutely explode. Their dad, reading a newspaper nearby, lowered it just enough to shoot Raji a suspicious look. You're lying. Raji placed a hand over his heart. Father. Would I ever deceive you? Yes. Mikey snorted. Look, Raji continued, if you don't believe me, I'll prove it. I'll eat one pea, but be warned. The consequences will be dire. Mikey leaned in. Now I have to see this. Dad sighed. Eat the pea. Raji picked up a single pea, dramatically lifting it to his lips. He swallowed. Then he screamed. Oh no! Raji clutched his throat. I can feel it. My body is rejecting it. Mikey gasped. Wait, is this real? Raji dramatically fell off his chair, writhing on the floor. I'm going numb. My vision fading. Tell Mom I loved her. Dad stared blankly. You're fine. Mikey nudged Raji with his foot. Yeah, you're being extra. Raji paused. Then groaned. Fine. But I refuse to eat another. Dad rolled his eyes. You are ridiculous. Mikey smirked. You could have just said no, dude. Where was the fun in that? After his dramatic fake allergy attack, Raji knew one thing for certain: his parents were gullible enough to believe almost anything. And he was about to test that theory again. That night, after dinner, his dad checked his plate. You finished the peas? Dad asked, genuinely surprised. Raji smiled innocently. Yep. They were delicious. Lies. All lies. In reality, Raji had dumped them into a napkin, smoothly stuffed it into his pocket, and later flushed them down the toilet. Dad beamed. I'm proud of you, son. Mikey squinted suspiciously. Raji shot him a warning glare. Don't ruin this. Mikey smirked but said nothing. One successful lie down. Time for the next. The chore deception. Raji had zero interest in scrubbing dishes, vacuuming carpets, or taking out the trash. So, naturally, he pretended he did. Raji, Mom called one afternoon, did you clean the bathroom? Raji nodded confidently. Spotless. Mikey peeked inside the bathroom. His jaw dropped. It was an absolute war zone. Toothpaste smeared on the sink. A wet towel on the floor. The mirror? A crime scene of fingerprints. Raji calmly walked away. Mikey gasped. You're a menace. Raji smirked. No, Mikey. I'm a genius. The trust grows. At this point, Raji's parents fully believed every word he said. I finished my homework. I walked the dog. I cleaned my room. Mikey watched the deception with pure admiration. You've mastered the art of lying, Mikey whispered one night. Raji shrugged. It's an essential skill. Mikey grinned. You know it's gonna catch up to you, right? Raji leaned back, hands behind his head. Maybe. But not today. The downfall started with the peas. Raji had believed himself untouchable, a master of deception, but even the best liars make mistakes. And his mistake? Underestimating his mom's cleaning routine. That evening, as she wiped the dining table, she found a weird lump in the corner, a napkin stuffed full of peas. Her eyes narrowed. Raji, she called. Mikey, already sensing incoming disaster, leaned toward Raji. I think you've been caught, buddy. Raji gulped. Mom held up the evidence like a crime investigator. Care to explain why these peas are stuffed into a napkin? Raji panicked. Oh, those? A science experiment. Dad crossed his arms. Raji. Testing how long peas last outside refrigeration. Mikey snorted. Wow. Awful save. Mom sighed, shaking her head. Let's check on those chores you said were done. The great chore inspection. One by one, his lies crumbled. The trash? Overflowing. The bathroom? A disaster. His room? A war zone of dirty laundry. Dad rubbed his temples. Raji. You said you cleaned everything. Raji sweated. Well, technically, clean is a subjective term. Mikey grinned. No, it's not. Then the cat disaster happened. Mom suddenly noticed the front door was slightly open. Where's Whiskers? She gasped. Silence. Raji and Mikey froze. The cat was missing. Mom grabbed her phone, dialing the police. Raji panicked harder. Wait, maybe he's just outside? But it was too late. Minutes later, flashing red and blue lights appeared outside. And then the worst moment of all. The lie detector showdown. Two officers stepped into the living room. One of them held a device. It was a lie detector. Raji's soul left his body. The officer cleared his throat. We'll begin with the missing cat. The first question came. Did you let the cat out? Raji shook his head violently. No, absolutely no. The lie detector beeped. Lie detected. Mikey gasped dramatically. Oh, he's finished. Raji gulped. Okay, maybe. I left the door open a little bit? The officer raised an eyebrow. Let's continue. Did you actually do your chores? Raji smiled nervously. Of course. The detector beeped harder. Lie detected. Dad sighed. I knew it. Did you fake being allergic to peas? Raji choked. Mikey laughed hysterically. The detector screamed. Lie detected. Mom groaned. Raji. Enough. At that moment, the front door swung open. Whiskers returned. The cat casually walked in, yawning. Mikey clapped. We survived. But Raji knew one thing. His lying empire was crumbling. The lie detector test had absolutely destroyed Raji's web of deception. His parents had made him promise no more lies. But then, Mikey had an idea. If they tested us, they should test themselves too. Raji's eyes lit up. Oh, you're evil for this. Phase 1, testing the parents. Dad sighed deeply as the officer hooked him up to the machine. This is ridiculous, Dad muttered. Mom crossed her arms. You made our son take the test. You should prove you're truthful too. Mikey smirked. Oh, this is gonna be good. The officer adjusted the settings. Alright, first question. Have you ever lied to your kids? Dad scoffed. Of course not. Beep. Lie detected. Raji burst out laughing. Busted. Dad glared. Okay, maybe once or twice. Mom folded her arms. Let's keep going. Phase 2, the household truths. Question after question, the lies unraveled. Mom, did you eat our Halloween candy when you said it disappeared? No. Beep. Lie detected. Okay, maybe I had 1 or 2 pieces. Raji and Mikey gasped. Dad, did you actually lose our Wi-Fi password or did you turn off the internet to make us focus on school? I lost it. Beep. Lie detected. Fine. I shut it off. You kids never study. Mikey grinned. Oh, Dad's a villain. Mom shook her head. This is getting embarrassing. Then came the big question. Phase 3, the final lie. Dad's house payments. The officer adjusted his glasses. Mr. Patel, do you truthfully report all financial dealings regarding your mortgage payments? Dad sat up straighter. Of course. I pay everything correctly. Silence. Then DEEP. Lie detected. Everyone in the room froze. Raji's stomach dropped. Mikey gasped dramatically. Dad! What did you do? The officer glanced down at his files. According to records, discrepancies have been found in Mr. Patel's listed house payments. Mom's jaw dropped. You lied on the mortgage? Dad sweated aggressively. It's just a little. Creative budgeting? Raji covered his face. Dad! You learned nothing from tax fraud. Mikey grinned. Oh, you're going back to court, buddy. Phase 4, the consequences. Within hours, Dad was hit with another investigation. Within days, it was another trial. Within weeks, Raji and Mikey were back in the courtroom, watching their father explain why, once again, he had fudged financial details. The judge sighed heavily. Mr. Patel, I'm getting tired of seeing you here. Dad laughed nervously. I swear, this is the last time. Mikey whispered to Raji. That's a lie. Raji sighed. Yeah. And we'll be back here again soon. And sure enough, before they even left the courthouse, Dad had already been caught hiding another financial error. Mikey grinned. Dad's life is literally a never-ending loop of financial crimes. Raji groaned. I'm moving out as soon as I turn 18.